Chapter 17 Encounter with Sri Namananda. En route to Kurvapuram, a woman with disheveled hair ran towards me and fell on my feet, pleading me to save her from two men who were chasing her. I blurted involuntarily, "Mother, do not fear. Sripada will definitely protect you from these ruffians." The large and well-built men looked at me curiously. "O Brahmin, we have to kill this immoral woman. Do not try to protect her. You are in no way a match to us. If you cause any impediment, we will not hesitate to kill you also," they said, laughing at my weak and puny body. "In spite of being Brahmins, last night you killed a cow, ate its meat and drank toddy. It is extremely easy for you, who are nothing less than vice and villainy, to kill us. Nevertheless, after killing this woman, you will become lepers," I said instinctively with an irresistible force. My unexpected words jolted them to the very core. As what I uttered turned out to be true, they confessed their guilt and asked for forgiveness. Though born in the honorable Brahmin caste, we are slaves to meat, drink and debauchery. When we saw this woman sitting in a lotus posture on a hillock, we were desirous to have her. Chasing her, by chance we met you. Sir, by protecting me from these men, you have become like my father. So, I can speak my mind to you without any hesitation." The woman spoke with tears coursing down her face. "My name is Sushila and I was born in a chaste Brahmin family. I got married at an early age. My husband is impotent and suspicious by nature. Even so, I served him with utmost sincerity and chastity. He always tortured me with his words, blaming me with infidelity. Anything I do or do not do would be a reason for him to nag me. My in-laws or other elders in the house never questioned his behavior towards me. My in-laws invited a sorcerer to our house who told them that I was an ill-omened woman and that their son turned impotent because of my evil effects on him. He advised them that everything would return to normalcy only if I am thrown out of the house. Without the slightest compassion, they drove me out of the house. Left with no option, I proceeded to my parents' home. On the way, the sorcerer accosted me and tried to molest me. Gathering all my strength, I lifted a boulder and threw it on him with all my might. He died an instant death. Unwilling to go to my parents' home after committing such a felonious crime, I began to walk aimlessly. After I walked some distance, I grew tired. So, sitting in the lotus posture, I was meditating on Lord Dattatreya when I fell prey to these two men and subsequently was saved by you. Mother, you were protected by the omnipresent Lord Sripada, who is none other than Lord Dattatreya. He listens to and answers all sincere prayers of his children and unburdens their afflictions, I said, comforting her. All three of them then joined me in my journey to Kurvapuram. Along the way, we reached the hermitage of Namananda, who I learned was an illumined yogi, a Trikala Jnani, the one who has knowledge of past, present and future. He invited us in cordially and seated us. Namananda related his own fascinating experience with Sripada. "My father is Mayanacharya and I am Sayanacharya. We belong to the Bharadwaja family lineage. We are Vaishnavites. Namananda is my monastic name. Yearning for a self-realized guru who will initiate me into the spiritual path, I travelled many places and happened to come to Pitikapuram. At the Kunti Madhava temple there, I saw a Chandala fast approaching me. Before I could avoid him, he confronted me and said in a booming voice, "Namananda, give me my Guru Dakshina." I am not Namananda. I do not even know who you are. Why are you demanding Gurudakshina from me? I said, struck with astonishment. Soon people gathered and began to talk variously as the casteless Chandala not only stood in front of me but also demanded Gurudakshina. Fixing his blinding flame-like eyes piercingly on me, he pulled out a sword and said, I am your Sadguru, initiating you into the monk order. I am giving you the name of Namananda. Give me Gurudakshina and pay homage to me by prostrating at my feet. If you disregard my words, I will slash your body and cause you to endure agonizing and excruciating pain without letting you die. I bowed at his feet and gave him all the money I had as Gurudakshina. The next minute, a lustrous figure appeared before me. I am Dattatreya. I am presently at Pitikapuram in the form of Sripada Srivallabha. I am your Guru. Propagate Dharma and sanctify your life. The figure then vanished, leaving me aghast with wonderment. The news that I accepted a Chandala as my Guru circulated widely. No one came forward to proffer me alms as my behavior was against Dharma. Tired and hungry, I unpremeditatedly reached the house of Sri Appalaraja Sharma. Even before I could gather my voice to ask for alms, Sripada Srivallabha came out with a plateful of food. He seated me on the veranda and fed me with his sacred hands. There is no need for you to worry about anything. I will take care of you eternally. He uttered this infinite promise. Consoled by his wondrous blessing and reassurance, I embarked on my life as an ascetic. I feel his celestial presence with me at all times and everywhere. Namananda concluded. Swami, I heard that worshipping Lord Dattatreya dramatically speeds up the process of liberation. Kindly enlighten, I politely revealed my doubt. Namananda smiled warmly. Moksha, the liberation, is nothing but the obliteration of moha, the passion, delusion, infatuation, etc. There is no hard and fast rule that liberation is attained only after the death of one's body. Sometimes, even while the body is undergoing the effects of karma of previous birth, the soul may remain in liberated state. Those people are Jivan Muktas, liberated when still alive in physical form. Living in the region of one's own beloved deity is called Salokya Mukti. The one who has earned more punya than this will have the fortune of living in close proximity of their much loved deity. This is Samipya Mukti. Attainment of more punya results in assuming the form of one's deity. This is Sarupya Mukti, identical form. The one who attains a more elevated state than this merges with the consciousness of his beloved deity. This state is Sayujya. In this state, the devotees of Lord Dattatreya can perceive his divine play with their internal vision and discern it analytically. When the soul is bound to the body, it remains in a bonded state with different traits, passions and desires. As it evolves into elevated state, the soul becomes lighter. When a devotee achieves this laghutva, the weightlessness, the bliss he enjoys is unlimited and inexplicable. All deities are divine elements of Sripada Srivallabha. Hence, whatever form one prays to, Sripada showers his grace through that form or through that deity. He explained this tattva in simple words, citing a parable. Once, a brother paid a visit to the house of his newly married sister. Her mother-in-law complained, "Son, your sister steals milk, butter, curd, ghee and buttermilk in the house. If it were just one, I would have overlooked it. But how can I ignore so many?" Her brother took his sister aside and persuaded, "Whatever you are stealing and consuming are the byproducts of milk, and rather they are latent in milk. The strength one gets from having all those can be gained by drinking milk alone. So, take good amount of milk and nothing else. That way, you will not be stealing and will not be giving a chance for your mother-in-law to complain. Namananda continued. In the same way, worshipping Sri Datta alone would fetch everything. We know that whoever deity one prays to, that particular deity shows his or her grace. Nevertheless, Lord Dattatreya, who responds to his devotees' afflictions and adversities swiftly, orders the respective deities to fulfill the just wishes of the devotee or mitigate the karma of past or present lives or rewrite the fate, etc. And if need be, he too suffers along with his devotee. Everything depends upon his conviction. Once a devotee of Sripada fell off a horse and was severely injured. The same day, a skeptic who had no faith in Sripada found 100 gold coins. Sripada unfolded the secret behind it to the puzzled Venkatappaya Sreshti. I prolonged the life of my devotee by 20 more years, who should have died when he fell off his horse. This is a reward for his exclusive devotion for me. The skeptic who constantly derides devotees gained only 100 gold coins, while he should have become exorbitantly rich today. I cut short his fortune and granted him only 100 gold coins. I am a slave to my loyal devotee. One who can secure me in his heart is a monarch in the real sense. Namananda then asked the two Brahmin men who were with me to observe Mandala Diksha and never to deviate from the holy path in order to mitigate their sins. He advised Sushila to perform Anaghavratam and blessed that she will lead a happy married life with her husband. Dear ones, Namananda spoke looking at all of us, his eyes radiating divine ardor. On the eve of first birthday of Sripada, when Bapanarya saw sacred auspicious marks in the feet of Sripada, which indicated that he was none other than Lord Dattatreya, he fervently kissed Sripada's feet and broke into an extempore rendition of a few verses. This Siddhamangala Stotra is the most sacred verse of all stotras.
माता सुमति वात्सल्यामृत परिपोषित जय श्रीमदखण्डा श्रीविजयी भव सुमती नन्दन नरहरि नन्दन दत्तदेव प्रभु श्रीपादा जय विजयी भव दिग्विजयी भव श्रीमदखण्डा श्रीविजयी भव कीटिकापुर नित्यविहार मधुमति दत्ता मङ्गलरूपा जय विजयी भव दिग्विजयी भव श्रीमदखण्डा श्रीविजयी भव
By chanting a mantra, it fetches you punya equivalent to feeding 1,000 virtuous Brahmins after performing Anaghashtami Vratam. It grants you the good effects equal to feeding 1,000 virtuous Brahmins with one's hard-earned money after observing Mandala Diksha with only one meal a day. By devout reading of this stotra, one can meet, converse and touch the lotus feet of Siddha Yogis. Sincere rendition of the stotra will result in the fulfillment of one's just desires. The devotees who pray and worship Lord Dattatreya in words, deeds and pure mind will receive his grace immediately after reading this stotra. The Siddhas in their subtle forms move around the places where this stotra is read. A divine ecstasy fell over me listening to the enlightening words of Namananda. O noble yogi, I said, I wish that we spend all night singing the divine Siddhamangala Stotra and listening to the glories of Sripada. Namananda gladly consented. At the first streaks of dawn, a cart pulled up in front of the hermitage. Namananda was in deep meditation. The cartman approached Sushila and informed her that her husband and her in-laws would reach the hermitage in a while. Shortly after the cartman left, Namananda came out and asked about the cartman. Wondering how he came to know about the cartman, we told him that he had already left. Ah, Namananda exclaimed in disappointment. How unfortunate I am! All of you are blessed indeed. The cartman is none other than Lord Sripada. Sushila, your husband is cured. He, along with your in-laws, is coming to take you to your rightful home. Sripada himself came and blessed you with his divine presence. Just as Namananda said, Sushila's in-laws and husband came and cordially took her with them. Taking the blessings of Namananda, I renewed my journey to Kurvapuram, joined by the two Brahmins.
Sripada Rajam Sharanam Prapajye.
End of Chapter 17.
Sripada Vallabha Digambara Sripada